Hey guys, Big Red 310s here again with, I'm not gonna lie, kind of a pointless video. Not necessarily that my video is pointless, but in that I wasn't planning on doing this video, and really I need to say a few things, so I thought to myself, what's a topic I could talk about today? Just anything. But after I thought about it, I realized that the topic that I chose is actually something that needs to be discussed. But it's not like I was really planning on this. I need to talk about my fantasy football league and about the show, and I just needed another vehicle to use it. But let me get the important stuff out of the way. No offense, bearing my own video. The Fantasy Football League. I currently have 10 teams. I was originally going to have 16, but, you know, we don't really need 16. I mean, if there's a high demand for it, maybe I'll think about it because I know a lot of people want to be in it. But really, I really don't feel like we need 16 teams. I'm more than fine with 14. Both of my other leagues are in 14-team leagues. If you guys really want to do 16, whatever. I mean, if I get like 20 people wanting to be in the league, okay, yes, I'll move it to 16 because I don't want to leave people out. But if I get like 6 people playing in the league, I'm not going to necessarily put in all 6. So definitely 4. I definitely have 4 spots open. Actuality, it's probably closer to 3. There's just one guy on Skype who has asked me for a long time if he can join the league, and there's no way I'm going to not give the spot to him. So you know who you are. You got the spot. So there's 3 spots open. If I get a large amount of feedback, I'll probably make it 2 spots open. How will I decide? First people to send me the message. Sorry, that's the only fair way I can choose. The first 3 people to send me a personal message with your email address, you 3 will be the 3 I pick. And then I will send you a response with the league ID and password that you can join. Our draft is tomorrow. Today, by the time most of you see this. Wednesday at 7:45 p.m. So once again, direct message me. Our draft is tomorrow. Okay? Thank you. Do not write in the comments. I mean, you could, but I'm not going to count that. Like the first person to write in the comment, I'm not going to count that. I count by whoever sends me their email address via personal message on YouTube. Whoever sends me those 3 first, those are the 3 I'm going to pick. All right? That's what it's going to come down to. That's the only fair way I can decide. Sorry. And like I said, please check your goddamn team. If you're just going to sit around aloof, not really do anything, just like, you know, oh, I'll check my team every 5 weeks. Oh, he's only on a bye week. It's no big deal if I let him play. That shit drives me crazy. Like, crazy. Whenever I see that, I immediately get furious. In one of my leagues that I was commissioner of like 4 or 5 years ago, some guy did that, and by week 4, I gave his team away. That's how angry I was. By week 4, I said, fuck you, you're out. Now, I've had other people do it, but other people, you know, they've kind of been somewhat consistent, somewhat not consistent. I guess inconsistent is the word. That guy, he would just blatantly not even look. So I cut him immediately. I will cut you immediately. I have a lot of people that want to be in the league. I will cut you immediately if I feel that you are not checking your team and you're wasting mine and everyone's time. All right, so like I said, first people to send me a direct message, go. Also, for tomorrow, it's either going to be tomorrow or Thursday. I'm going to continue the show with Instant Classic 8. Good friend of mine on here. One of the guys that got me to start making videos on here. And so we're going to talk about a lot of things. I'm not going to necessarily ask him the same questions that I asked Eric. I mean, I'm obviously going to ask, how'd you get into pro wrestling? How'd you get into YouTube? I kind of have to ask those. But like, based on what I know about the person, each set of questions will vary. And I thought the first show with Eric went very well. There's some things I would have changed. My audio, I know, isn't very good when I do audio videos. I'm trying to get a better program to record everything than just blasting it through my speakers, as Chase would say. I'm trying, so I don't know if I can get it done by tomorrow, but I'm trying to get a better recorder that can fit with all the programs I have in set when I make videos. So definitely, I still thought the content of our conversation was very good. Eric is a very good friend of mine, and I thought everything went really well. I got some nice feedback from the show, a lot of requests. I got a lot of requests and a lot of self-requests too, both on Skype, both on YouTube and on Twitter. Let me tell you, like I said, I will be doing this. I plan on doing this for a long time. I really don't see myself running out of guests very soon. Eventually, I will come to you. Just wait. It's a matter of time. It's not a matter of importance. It's not a matter of who I like more. I want this thing to be kind of random. I don't want to have like my closest friends first and then people I don't know last. Like for instance, Trademark, who was my closest friend when I first started on here. I told him specifically, I'm purposely not going to put you in for the first few shows because I don't want people to think that it's by who I want to be on the show more. No, I kind of want this to be somewhat random. People who I already know are going to be on the show, kind of assort them week by week. That's why, like I even told him, you can ask him, I told him, I do not want you on the show for the first few shows. No, you can wait your turn. Trust me, people, you will be on the show eventually. Well, I'm talking about the people that actually know. My random subscribers, I will randomly draw to see which of you guys will be on the show. But you will be on the show. Just give it some time. Don't expect me to put you on like in the second week. I just barely started this thing. I don't really know what's going on. I picked Eric first because me and Eric were doing an audio video a few days before reviewing Supercard of Honor 6. And I thought, well, we're doing this, you know. I mean, if I'm going to do an audio video with anyone else, it makes sense for him to be the first one. So, if anyone has any questions for Instant Classic 8, send them to my inbox. Again, no comments. If I see your question in the comment, I'm just not going to ask. I don't want people to see the questions beforehand. Just interview me the questions. I got nice feedback for Eric's questions, even though he really, I mean, I kind of announced that like a day or two before, and I got a good set of feedback. So, like I said, ask him any question you want, DM it to me, and I will ask him tomorrow or Thursday, whichever day is better for him. All right. Now we get to, before I talk about Ring of Honor, I do want to talk about the Punk angle. Some people ask my thoughts on what do you think now that it's over. I don't think it's over. Obviously, the Nash leaving with John Laurinaitis, I think that's leading to something. I think, like I said, you know, Nash got hurt. He couldn't, or there was something wrong with his medical. He couldn't appear at the pay-per-view, and this is WWE in panic mode. And you know, WWE in panic mode is never, ever, ever a good thing. But I think in a few weeks I think they'll start to see things clearly, kind of calm down, breathe a little bit. Did I agree with them giving away Triple H Punk already? No, I did not. I think that does hurt their Mania match, if they're going to have a Mania match. Because I have said in the past, I would rather see Punk Triple H than Punk Austin. But if the storyline is good enough, the match will sell no matter what. They put Triple H and Randy Orton as the main event of WrestleMania, even before 2009, because I know 2009, they really abused it. Even before 2009, I was already tired of these guys feuding. It was already old and stale to me. I really didn't want to see it anymore. But you know what? Their storyline was so good that I was really excited for that match. So Punk and Triple H could have a really tremendous build to Mania, and I'll be just as excited as I probably am now. I mean, really, I'm just being for real here. How do I think the United Champions match should end? Plus, I think if they fight at Mania, Triple H should be heel, whereas right now he is face. How do I think the United Champions match should end? I think Kevin Nash, my original plan was Kevin Nash to come out and make it a no contest, but now that's a fucking no DQ, and now, obviously, Triple H kind of has to win. So I think you almost have to have Nash interfere and screw Punk, I don't know, something like that. Now let's get to Ring of Honor. Basically, this is kind of me talking about the staleness of Ring of Honor at the moment. Now, right now, this is probably the worst time to make this video because the TV deal is starting up soon, and I'm very excited for the TV show. And I'm hoping the TV show kind of like brings back some life to the product. But for me, Ring of Honor has been stale for a very long time now. I'd say probably since the Atlanta pay-per-views. I'm being totally serious. I mean, I went to the best in the world and I had an awesome time, but even then, I just think the product is getting kind of dry. I don't know what's wrong. I mean, their undercard and main event scene is really lacking. I've talked this over with several people. We go over who can beat Davey for the title, and really, there's no one. I mean, Kevin Steen doesn't count right now because he's technically not in the company right now. Really, there's no one on that roster that can beat Davey and make it make sense and make it work. Only one is probably Eddie Edwards, but that has to be, Davey has to have like a year or two long title reign for that to work. No one can take the title, whereas if you go to pretty much any other promotion in the world, I can tell you at least 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 guys that I think can take the title and make it work. But because of how depleted their roster is right now, I mean, they've lost a lot of guys. They just lost the Kings of Wrestling, which is a big hit. And yes, you can replace them with the Young Bucks, but at the same time, I don't think the Young Bucks can be inputted into the main event scene like the Kings of Wrestling were, so I think that's why it's an even bigger hit. They lost Colt Cabana for whatever. If the rumors are true that the Ring of Honor management does not like, as I think someone told me, funny does not make money. If that's true, they're idiots, because to say that Colt Cabana can't make them any money or isn't of any use to the roster, I think that's just incredibly stupid thinking. And, I mean, for God's sakes, they had El Generico. So I really think that Colt Cabana, I'm really praying that he gets a WWE contract, because if he doesn't, I'm just going to feel really bad for the guy. Because he's so much better than how people perceive him. So now you got Davey, you got Eddie, you got El Generico, I guess, even though he just lost the TV title in a month, which kind of hurt him. You got, I guess, Roderick Strong. I mean, really, their roster is very, very depleted right now. They really need to sign more indie guys. I don't know why they're not taking, I mean, obviously they're looking. They are looking, but still, they need. There's so I can name you 20 to 30 guys on the Indies right now. Okay, maybe that's too much. I can name you probably 10 to 20, legitimately, who I think should be on the roster, not could be, should be on the roster, and should make great addition to the roster. And there's no excuse why none of them have been signed, especially they need them now at a very important time of need. They need guys. They need more wrestlers. And I think that's why they need to start capitalizing on more guys. And also, it's just, it's just very, part of it is the sales, because I'm so used to 2 years of Ring of Honor almost going bankrupt. For those who do not know, the last 2 years of Ring of Honor, they have not been in financial well-being. They would have sales like every day, and like 30%, 40% off sales. And I never buy their shows if it's not a sale. So now that they got bought by Sinclair, it takes me a longer time to get the shows because I want to get them on a good sale. So right now, it took me a long time to see Supercard of Honor 6, as all of you know. I still haven't got Best in the World, which I still haven't seen on DVD. I didn't even see the iPay review for that. And I have No Escape and Tag Team Turmoil right there. I've had it for like 5-6 days, and I don't know. I'm not that interested. Granted, I'm very busy during the week. I have no time during the week to watch wrestling. But to be honest, I'm kind of looking more forward to All-Star Weekend, which I also have right there, more so than Ring of Honor shows. There's just, the product's kind of dry right now. That's why, really, I say it's my it's probably still my second favorite wrestling promotion, but now I would say it was. But during the month of August and late July, I'd probably say WWE is my second favorite promotion. Ring of Honor was third. They really just, like I said, the TV show's coming up. Maybe that'll rejuvenate some life into the goddamn product. They have the pay-per-view coming up with Ladder War 3, which I'm not that excited for. I know Trademark is because he's going. I don't know if I'm going. It's still 50. It's not even 50-50. It's like 30-70 at this point. And I don't know. I really think that they're abusing the Ladder War importance. I understand why they did it. Davey isn't on the show, which hurts them big. But hey, I don't think necessarily Ladder War was the answer. I think they could have done other things as well. So yeah, right now the product is just kind of dry. I hope the TV show brings it back up, but I've just been very uninterested. And I used to be the biggest Ring of Honor mark in the world. I'm sorry that, as you notice, kind of Sanders of actual paying customers, because Trademark 69 is not a paying customer, and he shouldn't care. I've said it. I've buried him like that so many times in my videos. Of actual paying Ring of Honor customers, now that Honor Hammer's in college, it takes him a longer time to review these shows. Really, Sanders Robin's been the one who's been kind of carrying the helm, but even he hasn't gotten around to reviewing the last 2 shows. I'm not burying him or anything. I'm just saying, really, there's the Ring of Honor love on YouTube has gone down a lot over the past year, I would say. And I can't think that that's not all their fault. They really need something special right now. The product needs an injection of life like never seen before. Because even, I read the Sinclair tapings, and the Jay Lethal title change is nice and all, but still, even the TV tapings were kind of safe. Were kind of the same. Now, getting Nigel, if they can get Nigel McGuinness, the goddamn wrestler, okay, yeah, bam, life, awake. But, I just think they really need a shake-up right now, because right now the product is just, I still love Ring of Honor, and I'm saying this stuff because I'm a fan and I want it to do better, and it's going on TV, and that's great, but they really need to sign more guys, a lot more. Their roster is probably the lowest depth it's been in the longest time. They need more guys. So, within a month or two, I think they need to grab up as many of these guys as they can. So, obviously they have to work for the product, but like I said, there's several guys that could be in Ring of Honor. Alright, so that's it for me. If you have any questions for Instant Classic 8, send it to my YouTube inbox. If you want to be in my Fantasy Football League, send me a PM with your email address on my YouTube inbox. Like I said, I'll get the first 3 guys, and I'll put them in. If I get a big response, I'll put the first 5 guys in. So that's how I'm going to do it. And I'll send you the league ID and password. That's how you know if you've been accepted, if I send you the league ID and password via YouTube response. Alright, that's it for me. Yeah, I'm kind of tired right now, so I'm going to be right if you can. Bye, guys.